Um, been playing around with the cameras a little bit here and there, trying to get stuff, a little bit of footage, just basically getting acclimated onto how I'm going to do this. But yeah, I mean, there we go. So today's actually a really exciting day. I'm going to introduce you to our projects, our main crawlers, basically the stuff that we go out and we do every day. Just kind of things that we got going on and stuff that you guys can kind of see in future videos. Um, it's great for us. And like I said, it's pretty good. I'm actually excited today because the Beast is actually getting a new winch. Kind of robbed the winch that's on this one here. Took it from the other half's Jeep, which, as you can see, she kind of sitting here in the back behind us. Not a big deal. That one's actually got some special projects coming on there, But this Jeep has been through a lot. Originally started a little 4-cylinder, and yeah, now it's getting a V8, 350 to be exact. So once she's finished, oh man, can't wait to see the old lady rip it up. But without further ado, here's the Beast. So as you can see, it's actually a 95 Cherokee, an XJ. Pretty nice thing. She even officially titled the Beast. And I know what you're saying. The front end actually, no, wrong grill, right? You might be telling yourself, Matt, that right there, that's not a 95 grill. Well, we know this. It's actually been what they call rebodied. So she actually was beat pretty bad by the previous owners, and yeah, they kind of did a little bit of a swap. Not the best, has its imperfections, but from far away she looks pretty good. And with something that you're gonna go beat up in the dirt, doesn't really matter. So we're going to be today actually replacing this Badlands winch that, by the way, everybody's gonna be like, but Matt, your cover's missing. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter because it still works. And the best part about this is we got this winch broken, not working. There was actually one wire inside here, this one to be exact, that was not connected inside. Pulled the cover off, oops, didn't quite put it back right apparently, and it came off somewhere on the trail. I have no idea where it is. Doesn't really matter. We'll be replacing this box later on, along with everything inside for the control, the solenoid, everything like that. But that still works. Only paid 15 bucks for it on OfferUp. Can't really complain. A little worse for wear, but being on the Gypsy doesn't really matter. That's a lighter Jeep anyways. This Jeep is all trussed, full on cage, has boat siding on her. It's one of those things. This thing is way heavier, so I just think that a 9,000 pounder is not actually going to work quite for it. I think she's a little too heavy for that, but it's a great little Jeep. Love this thing. Then on 37s, locked front and rear, got her trusses down there, long arm kit, boat siding. Actually has some nice 3/16 angle iron inside here, actually for sliders, kind of all built in. If you actually go underneath, you can actually see steel plating. Not bad. Long arm, rear's trussed as well. Not a bad Jeep, if I'll say so myself. Full on cage. You see that inside, Here's one of the things that a little worse for wear, It actually has had the doors replaced, as you can see. Kind of the old makeshift weld job on it. Not the best, but it works. Keeps us safe. Actually lives up to its name. So Beast. When you guys get to see it in action, you're gonna love it. Back on top, obviously. This right here is awesome. I have bought this for my birthday, and I'm really, really excited about it. Can't wait to put it on. Especially because if you look inside and see what I get to see, it's one of the one and only winches that actually match the Beast. So, you guys see, full on, beautiful, beautiful winch. Orange and black, just like the beast. Can't wait. To be so excited. So, without further ado, set up the camera, get you guys a nice angle. We'll go ahead and switch this bad boy out, see how she looks. So much problem before trying to get a freaking car fixed. But, needless to say, we got it. All that. Just get hooked on. When I put stuff on, I tend to make sure I never want it to come off. So, wire, seems good. Wow, that's already on both of them. Didn't say. to the Jeep Cherokee.
What's up, Mika? Come on, puppy. What are you doing? You want treats? Out the way. What are you doing, Mika? I noticed a little bit of off-roading. I'm bumping into stuff. It's kind of bent in a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and use a nice heavy-duty press. produce it for 13,000 pound range. Yeah. It's almost like this was made for the beast. Scratch it. Almost messed up. See? That is little square nuts that have to go in the end. Otherwise, it won't bolt in. So, all four go into the foot. So good on the front. So nice. That's bugs. Alright, let's get these two back real quick. Okay, so we're back. We're actually able to get it on there. We're actually able to get the fair lead on. Had to drill out the holes, finick a little bit. Of course, you know, with these Chinese-made products, not everything's made to spec. Maybe it was, but unfortunately, wasn't really able to get them in, so kind of had to massage it a little bit. But we got it. It's on. Pulled securely. Not going anywhere. So now it's time to get the rest of the winch on here. Before the old lady tells me it's time to hurry up and go. Because we taking this out on a trip today. Let's see what else we got. That'll work for that. to cut the video. Having a dispute over here between the neighbors. Kind of got a drug dealing tweak house up the street here, and they decided to kind of haul ass down the road with a half a chopped car and drop it off. Basically, tried to hit a hydrant, broke the stuff off, and right in front of the other neighbor's house on the opposite side of the street, the other neighbor's property. And so kind of having a thing with the cops coming and everything right now, so we're going to have to kind of cut the video short, unfortunately. I'm sorry. We will pick back up after it's installed and this dispute is done between these neighbors. This is not really something that I want to show on the camera, so we will just cut it right here. Again, my apologies, guys. It's kind of a little bit of too much drama for the actual first video. Kind of that.
What's up, everybody? So ended up having a little issue here. Means with everybody else and the neighbors and getting in a fight, we kind of got a little off track on this video. So long story short, neighbors got in a fight, stuff went a little crazy, and yeah, kind of time went by, work got busy, and kind of didn't get ready for the video too much. Kind of got delayed a little bit, you know, with travel, things like that. Haven't really been home too much, but we did get a chance to go ahead and test out that Zephyr. I mean, a 13,000 pound winch, can't really go wrong. One of the things I love the best about this winch is actually the fact that it comes with three different controllers. I mean, you got 2 wireless remotes plus a plug-in. So I mean, you can't really go wrong. Even if you lose one, you still got a spare, which kind of tends to work out. I mean, especially with me, sometimes I misplace stuff, but luckily I've been smart enough to go ahead and keep it inside my glove box, and one in the center console, so they're always at hand. Means the fact that you push the in and out buttons on it and it goes pretty quickly, comes on easily, ready to go. I mean, it has a nice synthetic cable on it, great hook. Everything that I've used it for so far has just been phenomenal. And I mean, comparable to other winches I've had, it just hands down blows them out the water. Just not really much to say about it other than haven't had no issues. It's fantastic, and the fact that it actually matches the Jeep. I mean, she's the same color as the Beast. How could you not love a winch that matches your Jeep? I mean, come on. Just makes it option. I mean, that was the #1 selling point for me. You know, when I was looking for one, I know I wanted something heavier than 9,000, being the fact that the Jeep has a roll cage, has trusses, larger 37-inch tires. I mean, that right there alone makes me want to have more pulling power. And as you guys will see later on in the video, we actually got to put it to test at work. We had to go ahead and pick up a container, was fully loaded with household stuff for a buddy of mine, and take it out to Golden Valley, which is out by Kingman, you know, out in Arizona. So one of the beautiful parts about this is that we got to test her out, and comparably, this thing's pretty strong. I mean, doesn't bog down, nothing like that, and it actually will start dragging the Jeep even with the wheels locked. I mean, doesn't matter. I mean, you don't even have to be spinning tires. I mean, I got to sit in this thing and hold the brake with the e-brake on just to keep this thing from moving. I mean, it's that powerful. I could probably hang the damn thing from the ceiling if I wanted to. No problem. Nothing. I mean, this thing's great. Just, I mean, you're gonna have to take it for yourself. I mean, see what it can do, see if it's something that works for you. Me personally, it's great. So, I mean, it's been doing good. It's a great little winch. She's been phenomenal for me. I mean, simple, easy install. Yeah, I mean, over the years we've kind of beat up the bumper a little bit, and you know, it's not as forgiving for the install with this aluminum fairlead, but I'll tell you the truth, it's just fantastic. I mean, how could you not love it? The damn thing matches the Jeep. Like, come on. And I didn't paint my Jeep to match the winch. I bought the winch to match my Jeep, which just turned out to be great. I mean, I love this thing. Couldn't really ask for another one that could be any better. And I mean, hands down, every time we take this thing out, like, I never have to use that for myself. I have to use that for pulling out other people. I mean, dual lockers front and rear, truss, you know, chromoly axles. This thing, it just goes. And you point it in a direction that you want to go, you slam on the throttle, and you hang on for the ride. That's basically what it is. And she ended up getting the nickname the Beast, because everybody, and I mean everybody, that sees this thing in action is just hands down, that thing's such a beast. Oh, it's a beast, it's a beast. So the name kind of stuck, and we just went ahead and named her that. So I mean, I'm sure plenty of you out there have a vehicle of your own that you call the Beast, and in some way or form, most likely it is. I mean, in your circle of people, it's probably phenomenal. You know, just like this, we go out with about 15 other Jeeps, hands down, this thing here smashes them every time. You know, some reason I always end up getting stuck in the back, and the only reason that I can think of is for the simple fact that this thing's a monster. You know, by the time it comes my turn to hit the obstacle, this Jeep right here, everybody's with their cell phones out and the cameras recording her to see what she does through the obstacle. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, this thing's pretty built. There's probably a good $40,000 to $50,000 in this. She looks like your average everyday Jeep, but trust me, she's not. You know, she's built. She's actually built to tackle KLH. You know, so hopefully next year, 2023, you guys will see the Beast out in action. We might actually get lucky if I can finish up the Gypsy. She will be out there. She's getting her nice V8 put in, and we're gonna see how my better half's actually gonna rock and roll this thing, because I gave it to her. Once I purchased this one, well, I'm sorry, kind of didn't really have time for this, and with this having that tired old Chevy V6 in it, it just wasn't cutting the mustard anymore. Started smoking, through a rod, and I'm like, you know what, it's done. Let's just go ahead and put it with something else better. And yeah, we decided to go with a small block Chevy in her. She's getting finished. There will be more to come. There will be more videos on this thing, so just stay tuned, subscribe, see what you guys see. You know, it's gonna be awesome. That's all I got to tell you. When she's done, whoo, I mean, just alone with that 6-cylinder and no lockers and 31-inch tires, this Jeep right here was smoking people, because we put so much suspension in her, and she's so flexy that a tire never leaves the ground, and I never have to worry about being locked in this thing. But with a V8, we're gonna see how this thing's gonna handle. And before you guys be like, oh, don't you mean inline 6? No, absolutely not. I do not mean an inline 6. Okay, this Jeep is not your regular Daimler Chrysler Jeep. This is a 1985. Okay, this 1985 here was actually originally built by AMC, and back in the day, AMC did not use the inline 6 in the Cherokees. 84, 85, and 86, they used either a 4-cylinder that everybody refers to as the Iron Duke, or they used the, I believe, and don't quote me on it, was going to be the Chevy 2.8, which was the same V6 that was inside S10s and S10 Blazers. So get your facts straight. Don't say it's inline 6. This actually came with a V6. And if you look at the title, this old girl, the Gypsy, actually says on her title AMC Cherokee. This 95 actually says Jeep Cherokee. This is an AMC. So she came with a V6. Just know. And being it came with a V6, has a V6 bolt pattern, which makes it a lot easier to switch over to a Chevy V8. You can buy S10 parts for this. You cannot buy S10 adapter parts for that old girl. Just a little FYI. That's all. So when people want to argue, maybe you want to argue in the comments, Jeep didn't make a V6. Well, in actuality, you're right. They did not make a V6. What they actually made is the 4-cylinder, which again was a Chevy 4-cylinder, what everybody refers to as the Iron Duke. They didn't make the 4.0 until 87. So that being said, this has got the high output 4.0. This is going to have a Chevy small block 350, gonna be a badass. And got to give to old lady, because knowing me, I'd slam that throttle and I'd break shit left and right. She's a little more conservative, and she just likes the rumble and knobby tires. That's it. That's all. So, I mean, the Gypsy's perfect for her. For me, on the other hand, I'll stay with my low and slow, nice 4.0. And we do have plans for this girl. Trust me, there are more plans in the works. Baiting on the 4.6 stroker, or just slapping a turbo on this bad boy. Give me a little bit more throttle off the line, make it a little bit more snappy, and yeah, I mean, not really much I want to do to her. I mean, it's everything else, just gonna be little improvements, things like that, but for the most part, this thing is phenomenal, works perfect every time. So without further ado, I'll sign off, let you guys see the video, let you see the action of the Jeep with this winch pulling up a container on one of our semi trucks on the back of our what do you call it, our Trail King equipment trailers. So see you guys in the next video. Please remember, like and subscribe.